Hi everyone, good morning. I'm Helen. This is a 45-minute all levels Vinyasa class. And today we'll be focusing a lot on standing poses, getting grounded and rooted, and giving our shoulders a little break. I know when I'm doing a lot of Vinyasa yoga, all the chaturangas and planks can really start to ache and feel strongly in my body. And so today focusing on building structure from the ground up in our standing poses, and of course throwing in some other shapes to balance those out and then come down to the ground and reset toward the end of our practice. So we'll start standing. You can find your way toward the top of your mat, feet about hip distance apart, so maybe a little bit wider than you normally would stand. You can take a little peek down, rock yourself forward and back, toes to heels, maybe side to side, right and left. And then when you feel about balance between your two sides, stop the movement, find some stillness, close your eyes, and imagine your posture from the ground up. So feeling that sense of connection through all four corners of both feet. Imagine stacking your knees over your ankles. Maybe there's a slight bend or softness, especially if you have a tendency to hyperextend or lock out your knees. Find your neutral pelvis, whatever that means, without over-exaggerating. A little lift of your low belly to support your low back. Imagine stacking your shoulders over your hips. And for most of us, that's drawing shoulder blades together and down your back to open up your chest a little bit more. And then send the back of your head backwards just a bit, as if you're taking a double chin, maybe not that exaggerated. Many of us also have forward neck or tech neck, so find that nice alignment there. And then just feel what this feels like in your body. You can deepen your breath. Turn on Ujjayi if that feels good, in and out through your nose, creating that audible sensation and sound. And see if you can find or mimic the same alignment in all the standing poses that we do, regardless of where your legs are, your arms are. Generally finding a nice stacked and supported shape. If there's any kind of intention you'd like to set for today's practice, make this personal, dedicate it to someone or something. This is a good time to bring that to mind. You can blink your eyes open if they're closed, or feel free to keep them closed. Reach your arms to the sky, full breath in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. And we'll take that 2 more times. Inhale, reach out and up as if you're gathering up all the good stuff. Exhale, draw it down to heart center. 1 more time, full breath in. And breathe it out. You can keep your feet as they are, or maybe take them even a little bit wider. Find a little bit of softness in your knees. So a little bend as if you're sort of taking a lazy chair. Hands to your thighs. We're going to take cow and cat from here. So as you inhale, send your heart forward, shoulder blades hug down your back. Drop your belly, really reach your tailbone back. Then as you exhale, press into your thighs, scoop your tailbone under, round through your spine, chin to chest. Move like that with your breath. It can be as big or as little as you like, creating a little bit of mobility and warmth through your spinal column. And if there's any other movement you like, maybe a side to side or extra head movement, feel free to find that. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath. Allow that warmth to move through your body. 1 more. Keep your feet wide, stand tall, reach your arms to the sky, big breath in. Forward fold, exhale, keep your core engaged to dive over your legs. Lift halfway, breathe in, hands to shins or to the ground, lengthen your spine. Exhale, just fold and find a ragdoll shape. So you might have to adjust your feet even more, hands to opposite elbows or to the back of your neck. You can sway a little side to side, nod your head yes, shake your head no. Knees can be really bent here, so I like my belly on my thighs, so I'm not overstretching or putting pressure, too much pressure on my hamstrings, back of your legs. Let your hands release down, take another halfway lift, breathe in. As you exhale, hands to your mat, step your right foot back. Take a moment here, low lunge, runner's lunge, however you want to call it, let your hips sink. Try to even out your hips, so right hip slightly forward, left back. Feel that strength, and then press back to downward facing dog. palms flat, left foot meets your right. A little bit of movement in your downward facing dog. So especially the first time here, imagine more the length through your spine than trying to get your heels to the ground. And they may never get there, or they may not get there today or right now. Pedaling out is really nice, beautiful, Sam. Shaking your head. Feel the earth below you, that sense of groundedness and rootedness. Let your knees bend a lot. Breathe in. As you exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Lift halfway, inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing arms, sweep high. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Reach your arms to the sky. With your right hand, find your left wrist, stretch up and over to your right. And I know I often take this shape with my feet closer together. Mine are wider. You can keep yours closer together if you'd like. Feel free to find what feels good and feel free to mix it up. Shoulders draw down your back. Back to center, breathe in. Switch hands, switch sides. Left hand grips your right wrist, stretch over to your left. Notice where you feel space, where you feel a little resistance, and where you can breathe a little bit more. Nice breath, Sam. Take it back to center, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, walk your hands forward, find downward facing dog once more. Really spread your fingertips, grip the mat with your fingertips as if you're kind of gently clawing, so you're not pushing all the weight into the heels of your hands or your wrists. And then imagine moving your shoulders away from your ears. So using your lat muscles, pulling your shoulders toward your hips. Bend your knees, breathe in, look forward. Exhale, little walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward folds, release. Rise up, reach up, arms sweep high. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach to the sky. This time, exhale, open arm twist right hand back, left arm forward. We'll stay here for a full breath. Try to draw your right hip gently forward so you're twisting through the middle of your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Back to center, hands high. And then take that to your left. Left hand back, right arm forward. Same thing, left hip draws gently forward. Nice adjustments. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale to center, hands overhead. Exhale, dive forward, flat back. Remember, knees can always bend. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, hands down. This time your left foot steps back. And take a moment to pause here. Your palms might be flat. You might be more on your fingertips. Try to even out your hips. Engage your low belly. Full breath in. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Plant your palms, right foot meets left. And then same thing here, perhaps finding a little bit more stillness. You've been to down dog a couple times already. Notice how that feels. And in some hatha yoga practices, we call this pose mountain instead of that standing mountain pose that I know as mountain, or you might know as mountain. So think about this mountain shape, this triangle, upside down V. Bend your knees, breathe in. As you exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Take your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Lift halfway, inhale. As you exhale, bend your right knee, right fingertips or palm below your face. And it's okay if it doesn't touch the ground. Left arm to the sky, inhale. Feel your spine grow longer, shoulders away from your ears. Notice where you feel sensation. Another deep breath in. Exhale, release, left hand down. Lift halfway, breathe in, reset. Switch sides, bend your left knee, left fingertips below your face, right arm to the sky. Actively slide your shoulders down your back. Feel those muscles along your spine, around your spine, down your back to do so. Nice, keep breathing. Inhale. And exhale, release. Another halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. Feel free to adjust your feet, or you can keep them a little bit wider. Take a little shift forward to a high plank upper push-up and hold. And notice if you want to adjust the distance between your hands and your feet. And there's nothing wrong with adjusting when you get into down dog, but ideally the distance between our hands and our feet in down dog is around the distance that we'd be in a plank. So if you simply lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog, maybe that feels natural, maybe not. No good or bad, no judgment. Just notice the tendency, the urge to want to step forward, step in, walk your hands back, whatever it is. Inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands. Exhale, step, hop, travel toward the top of your space. Halfway lifts, breathe in. Folds, breathe out. Reach high, sweep up, breathe in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach to the sky. As you exhale, you'll take eagle arms, right arm below. You can hold opposite shoulders, especially if your shoulders feel tight, or you can connect palm to palm or back of hands together. Lift your elbows, breathe in, little back bend. As you exhale, think chair legs, bend your knees, send your butt back, keep your arms and start to round it forward. So kind of like your cow and cat shape, we're gonna take that 2 more times. Keep your arms, inhale, stand, lift your elbows, little back bend. Exhale, engage your core, chair legs, round it forward. Once more, breathe in. And breathe it out. Inhale, unwind. We're gonna take it to one-legged Tadasana. Right knee raises. Find your balance. You can always tap your toes down. It helps to have steady eyes and a strong core. Breathe here. Full inhale. Exhale to warrior 3, send your foot back, your heart forward. And for me, it's not gonna be super high with my back leg because it's still early. You can always tap your toes down. You can always bend your standing leg. Maybe your chest is closer to the ground like Sam. Arms wherever they feel supportive, help you balance, or perhaps challenge. Imagine that first standing posture. Where can you line things up a little bit better, even though you're leaning on one leg? Full breath in. Exhale, step it back to warrior 2. Open it out to the side. Take some time to adjust front heel in line with back heel or arch. Back toes facing the long edge of your mat or even slightly forward. Make sure you're not collapsing into the arch of your back foot. And then depending on the length of your arms, you might find that your wrists are stacked above your ankles. That may or may not be true. You might go deeper into the shape, you might not. Try to relax your shoulders and energize through your fingertips. Breathe here. If you're feeling a lot of quads, can you turn on your glutes, press more into your heels, hug your inner thighs energetically toward each other, turn on your adductors or inner thighs. Inhale to reverse triangle, straighten out your left leg, stretch it up and back. Stay as you exhale. One more big breath in, feel that space left side of your waist and hip. Exhale to side angle, bend your front knee once again, left forearm to your thigh, right arm to the sky or over your head for the extended version. And you can always take your left hand inside or outside your foot. Just notice that your knee stays stacked above your ankle, it's not collapsing in. Shoulders out of your ears and your chest rotates a little bit more toward the ceiling. Breathe here. Find the strength, the steadiness. Be okay with slowing down. Awesome. Next inhale, we're going to take it to star. Stand up, both heels in, toes out, reach your arms wide, take up space, maybe look up. Stay for your exhale. Another big inhale. Exhale, goddess squat with cactus arms. Bend your elbows, bend your knees. Adjust a little bit side to side. We're going to take eagle arms again, same crossing, right arm below. You can hold your hands, hold opposite shoulders. And then some circles with your elbows. So forward, down, back, and around. Maybe you take 3 in one direction, 3 in the other. Maybe you prefer more of an up and down like you did in that standing position. Let this be a little bit intuitive, natural, organic. One more breath. Unwind your arms back to star, breathe in. Exhale, hands to your hips and then parallel your feet. So turn your toes to face the long edge of your mat. You might even slightly pigeon toe your feet, toes in, heels out. Lift your heart, breathe in. Fold forward as you exhale. Strong core, flat back. Let your hands relax, your head and neck relax. A few breaths to explore movement, stillness. Let this be yours. You might want to walk your hands in one direction and then the other, take a twist, or find a little bend into one knee and then the other, little skandasana or side lunge. We'll find 3 more breaths. Strong and steady. Come back to that idea of your standing posture. If you're leaning way back into your heels, can you stack your knees above your ankles? Maybe even hips above your knees. One more round of breath. Turn toward the top of your mat. Find your low lunge, your runner's lunge. Frame your left foot with your hands. Even out your hips. Take a breath in, look forward. And exhale, step up, right foot meets your left. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Stand tall, reach high. Full inhale takes you up. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Same thing to the other side. Reach overhead, big breath in. Exhale, eagle arms, this time left arm below your right. Connect your hands, find your shoulders, back of your palms, or back of your hands, whatever you like. Lift your elbows, breathe in, little back bend. Like chair legs, round through your spine as you exhale. Engage your core, puff up between your shoulder blades. Twice more, breathe in to lift. Breathe out to round forward, root through your heels. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Unwind to stand tall, one-legged Tadasana, left knee rises. Take your time to find your balance. Engage your low belly, relax your shoulders. Notice what you notice. Breathe in. Warrior 3, your version as you exhale. Flip back, heart forward. And for me, I find that I get more out of it if I'm more upright through my chest. I can focus more on my glutes, my hamstrings to lift my legs, to find steadiness. I'm not collapsing through my chest. I'm also lazy, so feel free to go as deep as you like. I know that about myself, and I use that in my practice. Doesn't mean I shouldn't challenge, but also, accepting where we are. You might be feeling your standing leg. One more big breath in. Exhale, take a step back to warrior 2. Open it out, adjust your stance. We often see pictures of warrior 2 with this front thigh really parallel to the ground. That will probably never be me. Again, lazy. Also just how my body is shaped. But we do want to make sure that knee is safe. So behind your ankle, definitely behind your toes, and as much as you can stacked above your ankle. Root down. This is a beautiful shape to find that steadiness and also that ease or lightness. If you're gripping your shoulders, your face, can you soften? Breathe here. One more round. Reverse triangle. Inhale, reach up and back, right leg straight. Stay as you exhale. Slide your shoulders down your back. Nice. One more big breath in. Exhale, side angle. Re-bend into your right knee. Forearm to your thigh or hand inside or outside your foot. Left arm straight up or overhead. Shoulders hug together down your back. And then notice if you're collapsing a lot into your right forearm, can you use more of your obliques, your core muscles, especially on the side, to find a lightness and a lift. Full breaths. Next, inhale to star pose, strong legs, heels in, toes out, reach wide. Exhale here. Another big breath in. Exhale, goddess squat with cactus arms. Bend your knees, bend your elbows. So we really want knees and toes tracking in the same direction as much as possible. That supports the health of your knee joints, just creates safety. Eagle arms, left arm below your right again. And then find your circles. Forward, down, around, back down, around, however you want to start it. A few times in one direction and then switch it up. Notice how moving in different ways might make your mind react, feels in your body. You don't have to know all the stuff about everything that's going on. It's more the awareness of ourselves in this practice that becomes so powerful. Unwind your arms back to star, breathe in. Exhale, hands to your hips, parallel your feet. Adjust however you need. Lift your heart, inhale. Prasarita Padachanasana, exhale, flat back. You can definitely micro bend your knees and then relax your hands, your head and neck down once you reach toward the earth. Lots of breaths to explore movement, explore stillness. Smooth it out if it got a little choppy. Let's take 2 more rounds. Hands below your shoulders if they're somewhere else. Turn back toward the top of your mat. Find your low lunge, runner's lunge. Take a breath in, bend your right knee, look forward. Exhale, step up, left foot meets your right. Halfway lift, breathe in. Folds, release. Rise up, stand tall, hands to the sky. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale into a chair pose. Find some depth here. And that might be toes together, heels slightly splayed. And that way the outer edges of your feet are parallel. That might be more hip distance with your legs. Really root through your heels to turn on the back of your legs. So engage hamstrings, glutes, so it's not all quads. Lift your low belly, relax your shoulders. Try to keep your legs the same. We're gonna take it to figure 4. Hands to your heart if you like. Right ankle crosses on top of your left thigh, knee out to the side. Like you're sitting in a chair. Yeah, and it helps to take your hips back and down even more for balance. If you fall out, no big deal. Grab a wall, come right back, breathe. Notice what you notice here, that stability. Even though we're in a different shape, where can you align? Nice posture, open chest, head slightly back. Next, inhale, one-legged Tadasana, just a breath in to lift your arms, lift your knee. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of your mat for warrior 1. And for me to set up, I like my hands to my hips, feet a little bit wider, and feet a little closer together lengthwise. You decide what's best for you. Ideally, both hip bones face forward like headlights, and your back outer foot is grounded all 4 corners, so you're not collapsing in your arch once more. It might help to engage your right glutes. Turn your hips even more forward, find a stretch. Yeah, arms to the sky eventually, and then just settle in. If crescent lunge is better, take a crescent lunge. Breathe into this shape. One more round of breath. Bring your hands to your hips, start to straighten out your front leg. And we're gonna take this to pyramid. So you can either keep your feet long, or you can step your back foot up or heel toe it in a little bit. Same alignment of toes, left toes forward, right toes out to a slight angle. Hips in line, lift your heart, breathe in. And then hinge forward with the flat back. And you might stay about halfway, a little bit challenging on your balance. Maybe hands released to the ground if that's accessible or comfortable. You can always grab a water bottle, a block. Try to keep drawing your left hip back without overdoing the alignments. Yeah, and if you've got this space like Sam, you can bow your head forward. Notice where you feel sensation. Notice where you can send more breath. Bring your hands to your hips if they lowered to the ground. Find your core strength. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Exhale, step your right foot forward to meet your left. A little bend in your left knee, step it forward. Nice. Arms to the sky, breathe in. Palms together in front of your heart, breathe it out. Second side, inhale to your chair pose. Find the shape first. Create the strength and stability. All those little alignment points. And then work your way into figure 4, hands to heart, left ankle over your right thigh. Really flex your toes, send your hips back. I feel this in glutes and outer hips. You might too, you might feel it someplace else. Breathe into it. As we move into more balancing shapes, steady eyes on one point. Your drishti will really help, as well as your steady breath. That'll keep your mind focused, your balance focused. Next, inhale to one-legged Tadasana, arms to the sky, left knee high. Exhale, step back and find your way into your warrior one setup. So feel free to adjust. It doesn't always have to be a beautiful transition or right into the shape. Hands to hips if that's helpful. Engage your left glutes. Even things out, lift your low belly, relax your shoulders. Eventually, maybe arms to the sky. Add a smile to your face and breathe. And do a little scan from your feet all the way up to your fingertips. What do you notice? What do you associate with this shape? Where can you give yourself a little bit more love, acceptance, energy? Let's take one more round of breath. Bring your hands to your hips, straighten out your front leg, adjust as you like for a pyramid. For me, that's a step in a little bit with the back foot. Try to keep your hips in line, lift your heart, long spine, breathe in. Exhale, hinge with a flat back over your leg. And I'll probably stay here for a bit. You can always bring your hands to the ground. If it's helpful, hands can stay on hips. They can reach toward the ground. Neck and spine long, or relax chin to chest, a little bit more throat compression. Yeah, beautiful. Hands wherever you want to take them. Feel this. The shapes create sensation, strength, and flexibility. They link us to other practitioners, yogis who have done these shapes, but they also, more importantly, I think, just help us be in our body through challenges. Practice that presence off our mat when other things come up. Hands to hips. As you inhale, rise flat back. As you exhale, step your left foot forward to meet your right. Take a moment, shake it all out, arms and legs. And then come back to that nice standing position, close your eyes. Maybe that's palms forward by your side, maybe that's hands to heart. Take a moment to scan your alignment, reset wherever you feel slightly off or you'd like to adjust. Reconnect to your breath. Reconnect to your intention if you set one. 3 full breaths right here. Blink your eyes open. Shift your weight into your left foot. We'll take it to tree pose. Right foot to your left ankle, to your calf, or to your thigh. We usually say avoid your knee joint so you're not pressing it out of alignment. So really creating the safety and support of your legs. And I imagine pushing both legs in toward the midline of my body. Hands can be at your heart. You can reach up. This is where your steady gaze will really come into play. Or challenge yourself. Look around. Sway your arms, back bend, twist. Stay with your breath. Notice as you're on one leg, what has changed with your posture, your alignment from that first standing pose. Beautiful. One more breath in. Exhale, release your leg down, your hands down. Do whatever you need between sides. I like a funky little shake. And then when you're ready, second side, weight into your right foot, left foot comes up, ankle, calf, thigh. Walls are always available if you're close to one. Use the support. I have a tendency to really dump into one hip, so try to come back to center, hug it in, lift from your heart and from the crown of your head. And then take the arm variation that you like. Challenge it or not. If you need more stability today, let it be smaller, steadier. If you need to shake things up, let it be bigger, move, fall out. 2 more breaths. And release it out. If you ever want to stay longer, know that you can. Shake it out, let it go. Back to your chair pose. Inhale, sit low. Exhale, figure 4 once more. Hands to your heart, right ankle crosses on top of your left thigh. Option is stay right here, really feel it, or take this into full eagle. Right thigh crosses over your left. Toes might tuck behind your calf or come to the ground. And then right arm below your left. So whatever leg is over, the same arm is under. And then try to stack elbows and knees. That might be drawing your right hip back, sitting a little deeper. People teach this lots of different ways. More upright with your spine, rounding forward, elbows away from your chest, shoulders down your back. Find what you need in this shape. Breathe. One more breath in. We're going to exhale to a crossed ankled fold. Release your arms. Right foot stays on top of your left. And you can always shimmy yourself back to center. I liked that yesterday, Sam. Nod your head, yes, breathe in. Shake your head, no, breathe it out. Maybe crawl your hands over to your right, bend one or both knees. And then hands to your left. Back towards center. We're going to take this to standing splits into a half moon shape. So let your weight come a little bit forward. I really bring my hands out in front quite a bit. Weight into your right foot, the foot that's crossed on top. Left leg lifts behind you. And then begin to peel open. Right hand in front of your right foot. Use a water bottle, a block, a wall if you want to lean into. Begin to peel open your left hip and shoulder. You might balance your right fingertips off the ground or bring them to your heart. You can take other variations, candy cane, Ardha Chandra Shavasana. Find length through the right side of your waist. Feel that steadiness of your standing postures. The nice alignment, even though we're sideways and on one leg. What can you stack? Awesome, one more big breath in. Exhale, release your hand, your foot down, forward folds, reset on your mat if you like. Sway a little side to side, pedal, ragdoll. When you're ready, back to standing. I'm gonna roll up, knees bent, tailbone heavy. If that doesn't feel great for you, your regular rise to standing. And then at the top, some shoulder shrugs up, back and down. Second side, just like that, starting into your chair pose, big breath in. Figure 4, exhale, hands to heart, left ankle crosses, flex your toes, send your hips back. Feel this, the groundedness, the stability stay, or into full eagle, left thigh crosses over, toes can touch, they can wrap, left arm below, hands to opposite shoulders, palms touch, or back of your hands touch. And then decide, do you want this more upright? Do you want this rounded forward? Can you sink deeper? Can you stack joints a little bit better or find more space or openness somewhere? My constant reminder for myself is to engage low belly because I have a little funky low back. It likes to take the path of least resistance and do weird stuff. And by engaging my core, I can really support that space. So find what you need. One more full round of breath. Take just an inhale as you are. Exhale, crossed ankled fold, release your hands. Dive over your legs. Left foot stays crossed over your right. You can reset in the middle of your mat. Nod your head, yes, breathe in, release your neck. Shake your head, no, breathe it out. And then start by crawling your fingertips to your left this time. Bend one or both knees. And over through center to the right. We'll come back to center, move standing splits into half moon, shift your weight forward, weight into your left toes. I really lean forward to let my back leg get light. Left hand in front of or about in front of your left toes and give it some space. It might be a foot depending on your side body length, might be more or less. Peel open right hip, right shoulder. Activate through your right leg. So it's still strong, it's like stamping into the back wall. Stay engaged through your glutes, shoulders down your back. Maybe you float your left fingertips or left hand to heart, or take a different variation. Find your right foot with your right hand. Keep using your breath, steady and smooth. Wherever you're gazing, keep it steady. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, release to forward fold. Move around, pedal it out. Maybe a halfway lift, find some length. Forward folds, release. Stand up, reach up, hands to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. We'll take one more standing balance pose, right and left, moving into dancers. If you know how to get into this, please feel free. I'm gonna start weight into my left foot. I like to bring my right hand out like I'm holding a tray, and then kick my right foot toward my bottom. I reach my hand inside my foot, so my elbow crease is facing out, and my shoulders just gently open, thumb up. Make sure you're not doing some weird funky twist there on your shoulder. Yeah, knees together, left arm to the sky. You're already in dancers, you're already balancing. Steady your gaze. You can stay, or as you like, begin to kick back as you reach out and maybe slightly forward. It's kind of equal and opposite energy. Some people lean forward more, some less. Just try to keep your hips in line as much as you can. Right knee points down and or back, but not to the side of your space. Full breaths. Natarajasana, dancer's pose. Feel that big stretch. And when you've had enough, slowly release out. Let go of your foot, take your little shakes, your wiggles. And find the other side. Weight into your right foot. Left hand out, find your foot. Take a moment to create that centeredness, that balanced shape, that strong posture, right arm to the sky. And know that you can stay right here. If and when you're ready, kick back, reach forward, maybe dive your chest forward. Keep breathing. It's okay if you fall out. You can find your expression. Let's take one more full round of breath. And when your sides feel even, back to center. Let it go, shake it all out. Hands to your heart, come onto your tippy toes, take a breath in, lift through the crown of your head. You're welcome to stay here. You can always meet us in a forward fold. If your knees feel healthy and you want to play, try to keep your heels lifted as you gently squat down toward a little toe squat balance. I will probably snap, crackle, and pop. Rice Krispies in the morning. And we'll play with that. I call it an elevator up and down. So as you inhale, lift up. For me, it helps to imagine squeezing my inner thighs, lifting through the crown of my head. Exhale to lower. You can always stay up or down. Maybe one more time with us. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take an inhale as you are. And then exhale, lower to a seat, bottom down. Find cobbler's pose. Soles of your feet together, knees wide. Lift your heart, breathe in, long spine. Fold over your legs as you exhale. And kind of traditional for this one and more of a hatha yoga is a flat back. I also really like to round, forehead toward my feet, chin toward chest. Maybe a little bit more of a yin variation. So just find what works for you. You can think about what the intention is of the shape, where you're opening, where you feel sensation. You can just do what feels right without overthinking that. Let's take 3 more breaths. Slowly lift yourself back up. Keep your right leg as it is. Extend your left leg out in front. And you can always decide if you want your leg a little bit more open. We'll take a head to knee, Janu Shirshasana. Both arms to the sky, sit up tall. And then imagine reaching your chest toward your legs. Doesn't matter where your hands end up. They might just be reaching forward. They might be by your knees. They might come down to your foot. Chin can come to chest, forehead down, or you can keep your back more flat and long, more upright. As you've been doing, breathe. Lots of standing, so give your legs a little love. And feel the support of the ground a little bit more below you now. Allow for a sense of surrender, release. Gently lift up. Right knee toward your chest, so your foot is on the ground. You can keep it inside your knee or you can cross it over the top of your leg. And you can always bend your bottom leg underneath you. We're going to take a twist to your right hand behind, left arm to the sky. You can hug your knee, you can hook your elbow outside. You can find a bind, arm over and underneath. Try more than anything to find that tall spine. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, keep your chest open, and then rotate around your spine like you're gently wringing out a towel. Unwind, a little counter twist to the other side. That can be more upright, that can be a bow forward. And then swap out your legs. Right leg extends, left knee off to the side. Both arms to the sky, breathe in. Take your time as you exhale, fold forward over your legs. Flat back, a rounded spine, more upright, more of a bow. As always, you decide. Let this be personal. The beauty of practicing at home via live stream is hopefully there's not too many distractions, or maybe there are a lot, but you can be present and not be distracted by other people's practices, other shapes, comparison, or competition. One more breath here. Lift yourself back up and make your way into that twisted shape. Left knee to your mat, left foot to your mat, knee to the sky, or maybe over your leg. Left hand behind you, right arm high, breathe in. Your version of the twist, hook, hug, wrap, bind. Taller spine, inhale. Deeper twist with each breath out, and just a gentle little deepening. It might not even be physically perceptible, just an awareness of taking the shape a little further energetically with each breath out. Slowly begin to unwind, counter twist in the opposite direction, upright or a bow forward. Back to center to extend both legs and roll onto your back. You can adjust on your mats, move slowly or plop it down. Take a moment when you arrive on your back to just notice, scan your body. What else is it craving? What other shapes would you like? Find those, take them, a happy baby, another twist, a bridge, an inversion of some kind. Yeah, a little windshield wiper, beautiful Sam. Or find your stillness. Final rest, Savasana. Eventually we'll meet in a shape that lets you be present and relaxed. And that could be seated like me, that could be on your back, on your side, on your belly, eyes closed or gaze soft. Let go of any last control of your breath, any last control of your body. Maybe the hardest one, any last control of your mind. Just let your thoughts come and go as they will, as they do. Please know that you can stay here as long as you like. If you are ready to end your practice with us, Allow a little bit of movement, wiggles of your fingers, your toes, a rock side to side of your head. Movements might get bigger, wrists, ankles, as stretch arms above you. And eventually, if you're not in a seat, make your way up to a seated position. Always take your time. Place your palms together in front of your heart, and in this seat, see if you can find that nice posture. Stack shoulders over hips, back of your head slightly back. Thank your body for all it does for you. And see if there's something you can take from this practice on your mat today. Presence, awareness, strength, flexibility, and bring it into another area of your life. We'll bow our heads in silence to close out this practice. Thank you. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you soon.